Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Weird's videos. And today we're looking at continuing the lesson on growth and decay. This was pretty simple. Basically, what we want to do is find the actual percentage, whatever percentage it was that we are growing or decaying. So, with this, what we want to do, and I mentioned this in the last video, we want to take the growth factor, and if it's greater than 1, subtract 1 from it, and if it's less than 1, subtract it from 1. Okay? So here, given the function y is equal to 1,000 times 1.01 raised to the x, determine the growth or decay rate. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to, first the growth factor is 1.01. So we know that it's growth. Then we know that the growth factor is 1.01, and that's greater than 1. So we're going to subtract 1 from it. So we got 1.01 subtract 1, and that's going to equal 0.01. And then we're going to change it to a percent by moving the decimal 2 places. So that means that this is a 1% growth. Alright, take a look at 15 and see if you can figure this one out. First, is it growth or decay? It is decay. Alright, see if you can find that B. What's that B? That growth factor. Oh, they didn't put that space there. But it is 0.97. And then you're going to find the percent. You're going to have 1 minus 0.97, and it's equal to 0.03. You're going to move the decimal over 2 places, and that's going to get you 3%. So it's a growth of 3%. Alright, let's take a look at some more. Okay, so these are a little different. So it says, given an exponential growth rate of 10%, find the growth factor. Find the growth factor. So what we want to do is, they tell you it's 10%. All we want to do is figure out what that growth factor, the B, is. So instead of having the B, we're trying to find out what the B is based on the rate. So the rate is 10%, okay, and we know it's a growth. So we got a rate of 10%. We're going to take that 10% and change it to a decimal by moving it over 2 places. Once we do that, we're going to add it with 1. So we move the decimal 2 places, making it 0.1. And then we add it with 1. 1 plus 0.1 is going to be 1.1. Alright, see if you can do this one. Now, if it's decay, you're going to subtract it. So we know that the rate is 8.5%. We want to convert it to a decimal. So when you convert it to a decimal, what would it look like? You should move the decimal 2 places, and that's going to get you 0.085. If you want to put that 0 in front, you can. Now, what would be the decay factor in this case? Remember, since it's decaying, you have to subtract. Alright, that's going to be 0.915. Okay, we're going to do 1 minus 0.085, and that's going to get you 0.915. Let's look at a few more. Alright, here we got an exponential decay rate of 20%. Find the growth factor. So I noticed on this worksheet here, it's got decay rate, but then growth factor. And on 19, it's got growth rate, but decay factor. But go off of this word right here. This one's decay, and this one over here is growth. Okay? So we're going to find the decay. What is the decay factor? So convert this into a decimal. Alright, we move the decimal 2 places. It's going to be 0.2. Now, see if you can find the decay factor. Yes, the decay factor. Since it's decaying, we're subtracting it from 1. One minus 0.2 is going to be 0.8. So it's going to, the actual factor is going to be 0.8. That's going to be, and I'm going to call it common ratio to keep things clear, but that's the number that we keep multiplying every time. All right, see if you can do 19. All right, so the percentage is 15%. Can you convert it to a decimal? Okay, you convert it to a decimal, it'll be 0.15. Now, this is a growth one, so what would that factor be? Okay, we're going to add it with 1, so that's going to be 1.15. And that's it. That is the last lesson on growth and decay for Unit 2, Lesson 9. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.